ABC 7 News. Back to you, Ron, Kathy.
All right. Thanks very much, John. A 4-year investigation leads to the arrest of a man from Indiana. Investigators hope it serves as a warning to foreigners thinking they can visit Mexico to have sex with children. The alleged international child sex ring traced to Dyer, Indiana. Authorities say the American ringleader provided young boys to guests staying at a hotel in Mexico. ABC 7's Kevin Roy has the story live from the U.S. Customs offices in Chicago tonight. Kevin?
Ron, this is the first case like it to be busted open by the U.S. Customs office here in Chicago, and the first time they say that Mexican authorities have cooperated so fully in an investigation of an international child sex ring. Already they have netted half a dozen arrests, and dozens more are expected. It was a Mexican hotel catering to a very sick and criminal clientele, American pedophiles. Timothy Julian of Dyer, Indiana was the owner-operator, the U.S. Customs Service says. He's pictured here along with several of his young victims, Mexican boys as young as 8 years old. The oldest was 16. They were paid to have sex with men from the U.S.
Most of these children were homeless children. They didn't do this because this is something they wanted to do. Oftentimes they engaged in this activity out of necessity. They needed shelter, they needed food.
The Castillo Vista Del Mar, as it was called, was open for business for a year and a half until mid-1999. Julian's manager, Robert Decker, was arrested first for possession of child pornography. From him, customs agents learned all about the international child sex ring and that Julian was the mastermind behind it. He advertised the Castillo Vista Del Mar through a website and internet chat rooms, agents say, and pedophiles would send a deposit to Julian's Dyer, Indiana address. Dozens of men flew to Acapulco, Mexico, where they paid the remainder of the $1,000 fee for a week of lodging and sex with the boy of their choice.
All the customers were United States citizens. These are people that are pedophiles that strictly want to engage in sexual activity with minor boys.
Special agents from Chicago finally arrested the 47-year-old Julian at his sister's house in South Suburban Peatone on Monday. He is charged with 2 felonies, intent to engage in sexual acts with a minor and transportation of a minor for sex. In addition to Julian, federal authorities say they have arrested 6 of 25 known U.S. customers, including another man from Dyer, Indiana, a school teacher from Denver, Colorado, and a retired fire chief from Southern California. Timothy Julian will be back in federal court in Hammond, Indiana on Tuesday. He's facing up to 25 years in prison. And perhaps the saddest fact of this case is that customs agents say this is only the beginning. Only one cell group they have managed to bust open. They say they are aware of other such hotels in Mexico and elsewhere that are still operating today. Live on the near south side, Kevin Roy, ABC 7 News. Kathy?
Okay, Kevin, thanks. Chicago police tonight